There's the cover. Eric Dickerson, Watch My Smoke. Watch Eric Dickerson. Listen to Eric Dickerson. Eric Dickerson, Hall of Famer, is with us.
Wow.
Congratulations on the book. Autobiography.
Yes.
Are you misquoted in your own autobiography like Charles Barkley was?
No, not at all. Really? He was?
Yes.
No, not at all. I got to say, Greg Hanlon did a great job with this book. It sounds just like me. I just finished the audio book like 3 weeks ago. That was very difficult, but I'm glad I did it.
You, are a trendsetter, I think, so much more than people realize. You have an unbelievable career, unbelievable stories from recruiting I want to get into when you're picking colleges, everything. First thing I want to do is just I don't think people realize your face mask you wore, right? That's so famous now in the NFL.
Yeah,
You're the first one to wear that.
Yeah.
You know, with your goggles. Deion Sanders then wore it, then Emmitt Smith wore it, and now Lamar Jackson, and all cool players want to wear it. Tell us how that came about and wearing that.
When I first got to playing college football, they had the bar down the middle.
Right.
I hated that bar. And my senior year, one of the trainers came in. He said, "Hey, Eric," he said, "we have a new mask I want you to try, a prototype." And I put it on. I said, "Oh, I love it. I love it." And so I wore it from my senior year all the way till my child retired from football. Boy, I love those 2 runs.
Oh, those are good runs right there.
That's when I had the Jets, boy.
You did have the Jets. Wait. So why we're talking about Jets? Can I jump in on this? I mean, why you're burning the Jets? Now, I'd love that. This is where I wanted to go. You're one of the fastest players in the history of the NFL, right?
I guess so.
Yeah, you are. I mean, come on. How many times are you going to run for an 80-yard touchdown?
I can run.
But you played against, I want to know kind of like the Eric Dickerson fastest guys in the history of football, in your mind.
Who's the fastest guy?
Yeah, who would you put up there? Now, Darryl Green, I know, did run you down.
Oh, Darryl Green.
Him?
No one could outrun Darryl Green.
Nobody. Not even Deion, you don't think?
No. You can say, they say that, no one. Let me tell you something.
Right.
This was about 15 years ago. No, I'm taking that. I just turned 51. I'm at a golf tournament. This guy says, the fastest guy in the NFL was Bo Jackson and Deion. I said, nope. Oh, I'm telling you. Was he arguing? I said, I'm telling you, look it up. Oh, I'm telling you. So he looks it up. He said, see right here, Darryl Green, a 4.3. I said, how old was he?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, he was 50 years old. I said, exactly. I said, man, no one could outrun Darryl. Darryl ran as fast as he had to. That's how fast he was.
Right. Okay. That's cool. That's big stuff coming from you.
Yeah,
because most of the world doesn't realize, they know he's fast, but everybody puts Deion. You're right, Bo. Tyreek Hill now.
You can't outrun Darryl Green.
Yeah. All right. I love it.
2105 is still the number, the single-season rushing record you've held since 1984, with 17 games now. Do you get a little nervous?
Nah, I don't get nervous about it. It's very difficult to get those 2,000 yards, and I've told people that over and over. Matter of fact, this year when Derrick Henry was on pace, really on a better pace than he was the year before, I kept saying he's not going to get it. Now, and I don't never want to see a guy get hurt. That's not. I never want. I would have seen break a record, but it just takes so much to go right to break a record like any record. I mean, you got to stay healthy. You can't fall behind. You can't have your offensive lineman get hurt. Everything has to go perfect. And the year I got it, I mean, things didn't go right at first. I mean, it was going better my rookie season. And the year I broke the record, I had a bad toe, and I didn't think I was going to be able to play. And a guy named Tuthill made it a toe piece. I still have it in my house, a toe piece that I wore in my shoe my whole career, enabled me to play.
Who's the running back you look at right now? I mean, I know Derrick Henry's the man, but who's another guy that you just go, man, I love watching him run? In the NFL right now, is there one that you're a real fan of?
I mean, I'm a fan of Zeke. I mean, I like Zeke. Zeke's been doing it for a long time. I liked when he came in.
Right.
It's not a lot of backs. That's the thing. It's not a lot. We had a
different era.
Right. We had myself. We had Marcus. We had Earl Campbell. We had Walter Payton. I mean, you can go down the line of back after back after back.
In the middle of the road running backs were like Joe Morris. Who were good,
Joe Morris, right? Joe Morris from the Giants,
yeah,
right?
I know.
It was a lot of guys out there, but right now, it's just a few guys. I mean, I like Derrick Henry because he's a big back. I like big backs. I mean, because the guy said, oh, he's a big back. How big is he? Oh, he's 5'10", 220. I'm like, that's a little bitty guy. That's a sky back.
What's your relationship with the Rams currently? You got the hat on, so it must be good.
I'll say this much here. Man, I love my football team. I love playing for the football team. I'm happy to be associated. I work for the team. But it's football. I mean, it's business as usual. I mean, it's still a business. I think people don't understand that it's business no matter what. It was business back then, even though it was a bad business back when I played. But it's way different than it was when I played for the Los Angeles Rams.
It's not that long ago, but to the extent Rams fans are happy they've got a team now that's made it to a couple of Super Bowls, you started up a little bit with Jeff Fisher. he messed with the wrong Marine a few years ago. I mean, that was real, right? That was raw. There was a few weeks there where there was some back and forth before Fisher got fired.
Well, it started because I had said on my radio show about, in LA, we want to win. We don't want to almost win. And they say, oh man, if we'd have had another quarter, if this wouldn't happen, I say that's what losers say. And so I said we need to win. I'm saying, and 8-8 and 7-9 is just not going to cut it. I said, this is LA, this is not St. Louis. And so then I got a call.
Yeah.
I got a call from Jeff Fisher. He called me and said that, that they did not want me on the sideline. I made the players feel uncomfortable. I made his coaches feel uncomfortable. That's what he said to me. I mean, he said that. And I'm not going to talk about his players and expect things from the team.
Right.
I said, okay. And then I won't forget, I said a few more other things. I didn't say one word. I just listened.
Yeah.
And so he said, okay. I said, well, thanks, Jeff, for calling me. I appreciate it. He said, okay, Eric. And they said, okay, I'll talk to you. I said, oh, no. It's my turn now. And I broke it down to him. I said, Jeff, really, I want to thank you for the call, man. I said, I appreciate it. I said, but understand one thing. I said, man, F the Rams. I don't work for the Rams. I didn't work for the Rams.
Right.
I said, I played for that football team. I said, I wore that uniform. I said, man, you just a coach. I said, when you leave the Rams, I will still always be Eric Dickerson of the Los Angeles Rams. And, went on, and then he said, Eric, man, I didn't want that. I want you to come to the games. I said, man, as long as you're head coach, I'll never come back.
Damn.
Yeah.
So, I like it. Okay.
Yeah.
Keep it real.
I keep it 100.
Watch my smoke.
I keep it 100, just like the book. I keep it 100.
I mean, I love this. You got me hooked. I like to smoke, too, so it's all looks good.
What are you smoking?
I think he's moving to L.A. He's been here a week. I don't think he's leaving.
I'm just like, wait. I'll smoke. You want to do that? Let's do that. All right. I'm so excited. I'm like legitimately. You have so many crazy stories about the history of football. First off, your hair is amazing. Second off, you're one of the first big-time franchise running backs to say, wait, I want to get the hell out of here, trade me, or pay me more money. And what I want to specifically ask you is urban legend stories, right? When you're going back to college.
Urban legend? Okay.
Well, I always was told that Texas A&M and statute of limitations is gone, right? They can't come back in the NCAA.
It's gone.
Sue him
Statute. By the way, statute, not statute. But you're good.
I always heard that A&M got you a car, right, to go to Texas A&M. And you took the car and said, I'm going to go to SMU. And, what are they going to do about it?
Well, I'll say this much here about that story.
All right.
It's some truth to that story.
Okay.
I've always said my grandmother bought that Trans Am.
Right.
And my grandmother did buy the Trans Am. People thought that my grandmother was the lady who raised me. That was my great aunt, because I was adopted. I was legally adopted.
I didn't
She
know
was
that.
older. People didn't know that, and it's in my book. And so my grandmother, my grandfather lived in Houston. My grandfather had a great job. He was a crane operator. And my grandmother, they got a new car like every 3 years. So they knew I wanted this car, and A&M was pushing hard, talking to everybody in my family.
Right.
So they had me go down to Leo Jonigan Pontiac, right there off I-10.
Right.
And say, hey, I want to look at the car. So I go down there with them, and make a long story short, they come back, okay, here's the keys. I'm like, what? They're like, just take the car. Well, I'm like, cool. I get a new car. So I got the car, and I won't forget. I asked my mom. I said, Mama, how did you get this car? She said, don't you worry about it.
Yeah.
Just know this here.
Right.
You're not gonna get in any trouble behind that car. I said, okay.
Yeah.
So years later, after I'd finished playing pro football, I asked my grandmother. I said, Mom Johnny May. I used to call her Mama Johnny May. Why did I get that car? She said, Eric. She said, we paid for that car. She said, we paid for the car, and A&M gave us the money back for the car.
Right, there we go.
That was it.
I was going to say, somebody's got to give money somewhere.
That was it. So they gave him the cash back for the car. So that's it.
I love it. It's an awesome story.
Tell us more about where we can get the book and anything you want. This is your time to sell it. Get people to buy it.
You can get the book. You can order the book on Amazon. At a lot of bookstores, you can get the book also. Look, the book is not just about my life in the NFL. It's just my life, period. I mean, and a lot starts off talking about my life in Indianapolis with the Colts. It was not a good start, but it's my story, and I think it captivates you right off the bat because it tells a story about, an interaction I had with me and Bob Ursay and some other players. I talk about my time with the Rams, leaving the Rams. I think the main thing that I want people to know is that, first of all, I've always hated when people judge people that they don't know.
Right.
And being athletes, we've always carry that burden. People didn't know my situation with the Rams. They're like, I'm money hungry.
Yeah. You were judged a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
And we had no outlet. And my thing was, I just wanted to be paid right. I mean, think about it. My first year, I was the second pick in the draft behind Elway. I'm making $150,000. I mean, The year I ran for 2,000 yards.
And leading the NFL in rushing.
Yeah, my year I ran for 2,000 yards. I think I was making 275.
Damn.
I mean, it just got worse and worse. At one point, I went to the general manager, and it took me a month to get a meeting with him. I said, I tell you what. Now think about this. I said, I'll go year by year. If I have 1,500 yards, pay me like a quarterback. Pay me $1 million or $1.5 million. And I won't forget, he said, no, we're not going to do that. So, boom, it just got worse and worse at that point.
Right.
So, but I wanted to play for that team my whole career, but I didn't, so it is what it is.
Yeah, business is business.
Yep.
Just one of the stories you'll read about in Watch My Smoke or hear about if you get the audio version, narrated by Eric Dickerson.
Man.
Hey, great seeing you. Congratulations on your success. Congratulations on the book, and we hope to talk to you again real soon.
Hey, thank you very much.
You're the man, Eric Dickerson.
All right, thanks. You moving to Hollywood?
I'm damn. The rules. I like the rules out here.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.